Hi everyone, welcome to this new video. We will talk about the opening move knight to f3. So do you know what hypermodernism in chess is? It is a school of chess that developed some new principles around 1 century ago. In particular, many Indian openings are the children of hypermodernism. They aim at controlling the center with pieces rather than occupying it with pawns, thus inviting the opponent to occupy the center with pawns that can later be attacked. That's what black is doing in many openings. And after all, one may wonder, well, if it works fine with black, why not doing it with white as well? And this is a very good idea, and that's more or less what is behind the move knight to f3. For the first line we're going to see, let's imagine that you want to play a Grunfeld with reversed colors. Knight to f3, d5, logical move to occupy the center. You play g3, c5. Of course, now if you want to play a Grunfeld, and if you've looked at my video on the Grunfeld, you know that you've got to wait for black to play knight to c6 before playing the move d4. So you play bishop g2, knight to c6, and now you play d4, which is the Grunfeld move. And now I reverse the board to look at it from black's point of view. Which move is better here? Is it e6 or c takes d4? The correct answer is e6, because c takes b4 is a bit too ambitious, and that's what we are going to see here. C takes d4, and I think it gives just too much play for white. So knight takes d4, you play like a normal Grunfeld with black, e5, knight takes c6, b takes c6, and c4. And this is like a Grunfeld, but with an extra tempo, and white is already putting a very strong pressure on d5. This bishop on g2 is amazing. Really, white is better here. So the modest e6 is better in this position. And this is actually a general rule. When you play reversed opening with black, don't play the sharp lines, because in these lines the extra tempo is a huge asset for white. So once again, in reversed openings, you have to prefer modest moves with black, and you will usually reach an equal position. Another example of reversed opening is the Ricci Opening, which is a sort of a Benoni with white. Knight to f3, d5, black accepts the invitation, and you play c4. This is the Ricci Opening. And with the move c4, you are asking black a question. What to do with the pawn center? And you have three possible ways to answer it. First possible answer, you can take on c4, and we will reach a position similar to the Queen's Gambit accepted. White will play d4 at some point. Or you can protect the pawn with e6, or possibly even c6. If white doesn't play d4 soon, this can remain a slightly unusual position. Else it will become either a Queen's Gambit declined or a Slav. And the last and probably most interesting option for black is to play d4, like a Benoni with reversed colors. And with this move, d4, black is really playing to get a space advantage. We're not going to study the lines in detail. It's good enough to know that white has two main options here. The first one is to play a pure reversed Benoni with e3. Black will probably protect the pawn and so on. And the second interesting possibility is to play b4 in the spirit of the Benko Gambit, except that of course black has not played c5 yet, so you gain some space on the queen side. This is an interesting possibility, and now you are in unknown territory, I would say. This is not a reversed opening anymore. This is a full original opening you're playing. But from white's point of view, the problem, I would say, with reversed openings is that black is not forced to cooperate. Black is not forced to occupy the center and to be ambitious. Actually, a very good way to handle this with black is to play quiet positional lines, keep the position symmetrical, and you will probably reach an equal position quite easily, like in the following example. Knight to f3, knight to f6. This time black declines the invitation and plays a secure move that doesn't occupy the center. g3, white try to lose the tempo, hoping that black changes his mind. But black is perfectly happy to play g6. Black just doesn't want to fall into white's plan, and the game can continue for a long time this way. You can have bishop g2, castling short, c4, knight to c3. All these moves can be answered symmetrically by black. As a temporary conclusion, with the moves knight to f3 and also c4 in my previous video about the English opening, we've started to explore the fascinating world of reversed openings. And in these openings, black has always the choice between being ambitious, occupy the center, or play very cautiously with positional moves. I want to say that in these openings, really the move order matters a lot. There are a lot of subtleties for both sides, and black and white must always wonder, what does he want to play? Am I falling into his plan? You always have to ask yourself this type of questions. That's the conclusion of this video about knight to f3 opening. It's a very interesting way to try to lure black into being a bit too ambitious, and with black you've got the choice between being ambitious or being very cautious. Thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this introduction to reversed openings. Put a blue thumb if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.